I'm looking at you and looking at the clock. Good morning and welcome to the Center for Spiritual Living in Eugene, Oregon. How lovely to have you here today for our meditation for the next 15 minutes. My name is Reverend Trish Mackey, and I have the honor of guiding you today. And I want you to know that life is a game. Life is a game, and the way in which we play it and the game we choose to play makes the difference of how our life unfolds and what experiences we have and opportunities that come into it. So I'm going to invite you to make yourself comfortable. I'm going to invite you to put your feet flat on the floor and put your hands in your lap with your palms turned upward, being ready and willing to receive. Let the universe know that. And just take a breath, and I'm going to ask you to breathe out first before and then breathe in and start your rhythm. For we're making room. We're making room for the universe to fill you with the understanding of the connection that you have with it, that it is your source, that it is your guide. Right here and right now, what I know is that this is the greatest moment of all time. For I am sitting here, I am in this moment, breathing in the universal life. And everything that I know is no longer necessary for my highest growth and my potential and my understanding is that I release it on the outward breath. Right here and right now, I know that life is simply a game. And I choose this game to know and to reveal to me that which creates in my life such ease and grace that life becomes so comfortable, so fulfilling, so much to offer, so much to share, and so much to receive. As a child, there was a game that was my favorite. And I know that that favorite game already explained to me what I was like. Think back on that game that you liked. Was it Candyland? Was it playing jacks or shooting marbles or jumping rope or playing catch, playing hide and seek? And those games were lessons for us. Those games showed us what was important to us, that fed us, that made us feel safe, that made us feel secure, that made us laugh and sing and look forward to every moment of every day. Childhood is a way of finding out for the very first time what it is that feeds you and what it is that scares you and what it is that surprises and confounds you for the reasons of not knowing why you are experiencing those feelings. My life is my life. And it was given to me in order to lead it, to create my experiences through it, to be the eyes of the divine as I looked and understood nature, as I looked at small animals and saw their cuteness and their special, special beauty. as I looked at trees as they blossomed with leaves, and then in turn watched them fall off as they changed color. The water puddles that were there on the ground from the rain, and perhaps snow if you had that experience of the coldness and the whiteness and the clean sky. It was all part of life. It was all part of the game. In this moment, I would invite you to think back on your favorite game. To see yourself as the child playing it, or being out in nature at the thing that made your heart sing. The thing that got your attention and gave you a feeling like none other. Feel it and know that it and every experience of your life is still within you. Ready to be drawn on at any time. Over the years, the game has changed somewhat. Perhaps we have selected another way to experience life and tried other ways of getting back that feeling that we had as children. For as grown-ups, sometimes we choose things that no longer are appropriate for an adult, that we are expected to be, to act, to look like someone who has grown in stature with experiences behind us that needs to put aside those things that were our basic foundation. The thing that we built upon as we became day after day, year after year, every birthday. That child is still within. And as the foundation of our lives, the game we play is to remember that childlike quality. The things that made us laugh, the things that made us cry, the movies we liked, the songs we sang. Every part of our development of life, of birthdays, simply added more and more to the pot that we call life, to that inner soul that is always being fed. It is that which we are. The spiritual being, the person in charge of the life that we have within us and everything that is within us that has been given to us to learn about and to share with others is there waiting. And it's the games that we choose now that either create the direction that nurtures those unseen, perhaps just realized attributes and instructions that we have to use our life in a certain way. Years mean nothing. Numbers mean nothing. But who you are and how you realize the connection with the universe is what creates a life of joy, a life of harmony, a life of excitement. As we bring the ease of knowing and remembering our youth and our giggles and our laughters and our funny jokes that we thought were so funny as children, and now if we were to share them, they would be silly and it would still make us laugh. Return to your life. Can be done with ease and with grace. Simply by turning away from fear and turning towards flow, the natural flow of your life. Ease and grace, easy and gracefully. Don't regret what were your yesterdays. Don't regret any decision that you made. But simply know that everything was presented as a gift. A gift of your next step, a gift of discovery, a gift priceless, priceless. And you use that and you mold it and you see it for all the joy and beauty for where it came from, the highest possible spiritual love of the one source, the divine intelligence. Everything you made as a decision, everything you did as an action, you did coming from where you were and how much you knew about yourself. Knowing that there is nothing that can be done to step backwards in time and look at it and change it. But simply knowing and accepting that you were totally present and you made your decisions guided by what you were capable of making based on your experiences. Today is a new day. A new one to create, to decide what game you're going to play. Challenge yourself. Challenge yourself to focus your thoughts, to focus your words, to focus the actions that you choose to take and those that you choose not to take, and see them going in the direction of your deepest desires. Service is when we share that which we have discovered about ourselves. We share it, we give it away, and in turn, we draw to us others along the same pathway, in the same direction, in a way in which everyone realizes none of us are alone. Right here and right now is our moment of choice, a moment of living from our authentic self. It's the greatest gift you have, and it's the greatest gift you can ever give. I know the truth for each of you within the sound of my voice whenever you are hearing it, that it is all God, it is all good, and it is your gift back to the divine for the life it has given you. And so it is.
like a group energy.
Yeah.
Hey, good morning. Yeah, welcome. Welcome to the Center for Spiritual Living. My name is Alice, and I'm one of your Joy Note song leaders. And
Sister V here.
And Suzanne.
yay. And yeah, so whether you're here in the sanctuary or online, welcome, welcome. We're just here to all be together and raise the vibration. So here we go.
Stand at table.
Yeah. I am as God created me, in the light, in the love, in the glory. I am as God created me, in the light, in the love, in the glory. In the light, in the love, in the glory. In the light, in the love, in the glory. In the light, in the love, in the glory. I am. In the light, in the love, in the glory. In the light, in the love, in the glory. In the light, in the love, in the glory. I am. I am as God created me. In the light, in the love, in the glory. I am as God created me, in the light, in the love, in the glory. In the light, in the love, in the glory. In the light, in the love, in the glory. In the light, in the love, in the glory. I am. In the light, in the love, in the glory. In the light, in the love, in the glory. In the light, in the love, in the glory. I am. Yay! Ooh, thank you. Okay, now greet your neighbor. Get to mingle and get to know one another.
It always seems like this part goes by really fast. The mingling part is like, all right, it's all
Yeah.
right. We're mingling.
Alice had to catch her breath. He's like, I know it goes fast.
It does.
Grateful, grateful, thankful.
Yeah.
Grateful, grateful, I am grateful. All that I am, all that I am grateful. I am grateful. Thankful, thankful, I am thankful for all that I have, all that I have. I am thankful, I am thankful. Grateful, grateful, I am grateful. All that I am, for all that I have, I am grateful. I am grateful.
Thank you so much.
Hello, good morning. Welcome to the Center for Spiritual Living, Eugene. It's a beautiful, sunny morning today. If you're new or visiting or have new info you need to update, we got a little form we'd like you to fill out so you can get our emails and what we're doing here. We got a lot going on. Today is Board Sunday. And my name is Kevin Buttry, and I'm on the Board of Trustees, on the Facilities Committee. And we have a big list of stuff we want to do, and it takes all of us to do, so I invite you to please get involved with all your skills or contributions or ideas for what we can do around here to update it, get some good new energy flowing, and there's no better way to do that than a little bit of paint, for sure. Let's see, we're on number 8 of our global visions for the Center for Spiritual Living. Number 8, we envision a world where personal responsibility joins with social conscience in every area of the political, corporate, academic, and social sectors, providing sustainable structures to further the emerging global consciousness. And so it is. Right. Let's see, right now I'd like to invite the practitioner of the day up, Reverend Trish Mackey, and she'll lead us in affirmative prayer after we sing We Are One.
Perfect. Good morning, everyone. I'm going to invite you now is to go within, and I will lead you using the word I, meaning you, for there is only one of us. So right here and right now, what I know is that the world is made up of oneness, that each and every moment, each and every move, every flow, every experience, every type of word spoken, thoughts thought, actions taken or not taken are done by the one. And the result is that the oneness is created in all of its forms. As you have given yourself the one thing that lifts you up into a deeper understanding of what you are, of what I am. What I know is that it is all whole, perfect, and complete. And that in this space of divine sacredness, we know as we come together that the oneness is visible in form, it's visible in feeling, it's visible in visioning, for it is all good. It is all God. The divine intelligence has created this place of sacredness. And in this place is safe, secure, and filled with the love of the universe. I know that in gratitude, all the things that my life requires is expressed and received. And right now, I have given myself the gift of being present in this moment, of being open and receptive, of being willing to allow space for what I still have to hear, whether it's the first time or hear again for the 30th time. I will know when it is mine, when it is no longer a thought and has become part of me. When I live it, when I work in it, I come from it, I am the expression of it. Then I know that I have recognized my divine spirit. The gift I give is the gift I give myself. For as I understand, I give more and more. I have it to share. I have it to be. And wherever I go, I wear it as the center of my being. I give gratitude for knowing that the universe has created me and given me the power to create. And I do that in every moment of my time. I know that life is great, is overwhelming, and it is amazing and amazing. And I accept it as so, for I join the game. I play in it. And I know that life gives me back exactly what I give into it. And that is everything. And so it is.
Thank you. Well, that was Reverend Trish Mackey. She's our practitioner of the day. Holding high watch, we have Danu Green. And today's message is the profane. But first, we're going to go over our affirmations, our November affirmation. I'm going to say it once, and then we'll repeat it together as soon as it gets up on the board. Maybe. There we are. Okay, every aspect of the universe is a sacred expression of the Spirit. I open myself to finding the sacred in unexpected places. Everything, including me, is holy. All together, please. Every aspect of the universe is a sacred expression of Spirit. I open myself to finding the sacred in unexpected places. Everything, including me, is holy. Let's see. Today's music is our house band with Matt Treater, Mo Schneider, Paul Worster, and Marty Weisbart. You guys can take it away.
Hey kids, you're looking in fine fettle this morning. Fine fettle. Look it up. I did. Yeah. So here's one that tells us exactly what we're looking at when we look at the profane. It's called Holy Now. When I was a boy, each week on Sunday we would go to church and pay attention to the priest. He would read the holy word and consecrate the holy bread. Everyone would kneel and bow. Today the only difference is everything is holy now. Everything is holy now. When I was in Sunday school, we would learn about the time Moses split the sea in two. Jesus made the water wine, and I remember feeling sad that miracles don't happen still. But now I can't keep track, 'cause everything's a miracle. Everything's a miracle. And wine from water is not so small, but an even better magic trick is anything is here at all. So the challenging thing becomes not to look for miracles, but finding where there isn't one. And holy water, rare at best, it barely wet my fingertips. But now I have to hold my breath, like I'm swimming in a sea of it. It used to be a world half there, heaven's second-rate hand-me-down. But I walk it with a reverent air, 'cause everything is holy now. 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 This morning outside I stood and saw a little red-winged bird shining like a burning bush, singing like a scripture verse. It made me want to bow my head. I remember when church let out. Oh, how things have changed since then. Everything is holy now. 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 Thanks to Marty for the mandolin. That is brilliant.
Sweet. Thank you, house band. Now as we shift gears here, I'm refilled, ready, already. Let's fill our hearts with some more good stuff.
Breathing in and breathing out. I share in the reciprocal nature of the universe, receiving and giving, rising and falling, opening and closing. Every ending is a new beginning. And everything, even though it appears to my human eye to be wrong, it is holy. It is the sacred action of life upon itself. And so I let go. I breathe. I am grateful to know that everything is for us, no matter what it might appear like, and nothing is against us. I let go. I let life be. And so it is. This should be a fifth Sunday, just because it's kind of an all bets are off Sunday. I mean, when you're given a topic like the profane to address and to discuss, things could get weird. Let's just put it that way. Hopefully in a stretching, growing, learning kind of way. Weird. This year, we're looking at the whole idea of living out loud, of bringing our authentic selves to the table, to the plate, to the world, and expressing it and being it. And this month, we're looking at the idea of the way we categorize things as mundane or sacred or profane, and the kind of idiocy of that in our teaching, because as we have been talking about in everything that we've been saying up until this point, in the songs and the music that Matt did, in all of that, everything is holy, everything is sacred, everything is one, everything is all part of one infinite whole. This feels a little loud. Does it feel loud to other people, or are you okay with it? It's a little loud. Could we bring it down just a touch? Yeah. So I'm going to go into a deep dive right here into the science of mind theology. You know, bear with me, it's a short piece, but I want to share with you. And the beautiful thing is, this Ernest Holmes, in the early part of the 20th century, well, in the late part of the 19th century, got a hold of Emerson's essays, and through Emerson's essays got a hold of the Bhagavad Gita, and because that was when it had recently been translated, and he just really found that it spoke deeply to him. And then he began studying other religions, and what he found was if you took the bells and whistles and incense and robes off of it, basically everybody was teaching the same thing, just from a different vantage point with different candles, you know. So basically, this is what, and this kind of bears it out. First from Richard Rohr, a Catholic monk, and then the second quote is from Bonaventure, who was a 1200 lived in the 13th century in the 1200s, and was one of the revitalizers of the Franciscan order. So here we go. From Richard Rohr: either we acknowledge that God is in all things, or we have lost the basis for seeing God in anything. Once the choice is ours and not God's, it is merely a world of preferences and prejudices. Ooh. The cosmic egg is shattered when ego gets into it, you see. Bonaventure: God is within all things but not enclosed, outside all things but not excluded, above all things but not aloof, below all things but not debased. Therefore, the origin, magnitude, multitude, beauty, fullness, activity, and order of all created things are the very footprints and fingerprints of God. Wouldn't it be fun if the Christian religion actually believed that? God, that's cool. I'm sorry, that was, see, I said, I'm going to get profane here today. And then from the science of mind: the human is one with everything physical in the physical world, one with the soul of the universe in the subjective world, and one with the spirit of God in the conscious world. That's from the Science of Mind textbook, page 112, if you would like to cross-reference that. And then from page 26, which is like, I think, the first actual page of the textbook. And I love this, but it's Ernest at his rather convoluted, so bear with me here. To suppose that the creative intelligence of the universe would create the human in bondage and leave them bound would be to dishonor the creative power that we call God. To suppose that God could make the human as an individual without leaving them to discover themselves would be to suppose an impossibility. Individuality must be spontaneous. It can never be automatic. In other words, if we knew all of this from the get, it would be automatic. It wouldn't be something we discovered. It wouldn't be an evolution. It wouldn't be a growth. We have to discover. We are left here free to discover for ourselves that we truly are connected to everyone and everything, and that everyone and everything is connected to us. That God, that Spirit, that life, that Jesus, even Jesus in the New Testament says, don't you realize that you can do everything I can do and more? He never called himself the only Son. The writers of the book called it that. That he was trying to get people to understand that the Christ consciousness is available to all of us. That the idea of spirit and flesh as one is what we are, is who we are, is who everything is what everything is. Okay, final one. A beautiful book by a fellow by the name of Michael Williams. Each of us is stamped with the image of God who spoke the entire universe into being as a story. I light be? Ooh, and light was. Ooh, ground be, and ground was. Ooh, sky be, and sky was. Wow, cool. Isn't this cool? It's all part of one infinite connected construct. And somewhere along the line, we developed religion. We wanted to tie it all together and make it neat and tidy because all these individual spiritual practices were just getting so messy. We can't have messy. It needs to be neat and tidy, sacred, if you will. And so we began dividing. And then these silly people who thought of themselves as scientists began saying that the earth was not the center of the universe. Can you imagine? That the earth was not the center? That there was actually a sun around which we revolved? I mean, I don't feel the planet moving, do you? That's got to be crazy. That can't be real. That can't be right. That's just a story. And so they started putting them to death, and then finally they decided, well, they were putting so many of them to death, they said, okay, well, you just do your thing over there and we'll do our thing over here. And so we're going to divide the sacred from the profane. That over there doesn't count, but this here does, you know. But you can do that over there. Just don't act like you're part of the church, because you're not. And the word profane, of course, the English major had to go look it all up. You know how that goes. Comes from profanum, the Latin profanum, which literally means out in front of the temple. Fanum is temple, and pro is outside. And basically, they were thinking perhaps with a sense of not admitted to the temple. You know, you can't come in. You can't come in the door. And originally, it was rather benign, if you will, just relating or devoted to that which is not sacred or biblical, secular rather than religious. So we've divided. It's not all holy anymore. This is holy, and that over there is just secular. But it evolved that the mundane became secular, and then the profane became vulgar. The profane became not respectful of orthodox religious practice, irreverent, or as a verb, to treat something sacred with irreverence or disrespect. In other words, to take the name of God in vain, which is kind of funny because in Exodus, when Moses is talking to the burning bush and he says, "Who shall I tell them sent me?" He says, "You tell them I am. I am that. I am." So the only way we can really take the name of God in vain is to attach something negative to the words I am. Oh, that's how we take the name of God. I'm stupid. I'm clumsy. I'm always blah, blah, blah. No, wrong. And the synonyms, oh my God, the synonyms for profane starts out with the early definition, you know, temporal, worldly, ungodly, moves into vulgar, inappropriate, and obscene. Now, we started out with the idea that it was all sacred, that it was all coming from one source energy that we call God, that it's all one idea unfolding and evolving. We started out with the idea that there's just one. And then somewhere along the line, the human decided that we were going to say, no, this is sacred, but that's not quite so sacred, and that's really not sacred. So we began judging, which I think there's something in the Bible about not doing that. I'm not sure, but I could be wrong. But anyway, we have stories, and each culture has different stories about different things. Marijuana, hemp, cannabis has been around for centuries. It has been used as a medicinal herb in countries all over the place. It has been used to do all kinds of things. Henry Ford, who I'm discovering was not a very nice man, but that's another story altogether. Henry Ford literally made fuel out of hemp oil. Fuel, car gas. And made plastic out of hemp. But you know, the oil industry and the pharmaceutical companies and a few other things decided that that was not really going to work for them, so we decided that marijuana was the drug that was going to lead you into heroin and you were all going to die. I don't know if any of you, in high school, I'm old enough that they literally showed us, though as a rather humorous thing, the movie Reefer Madness. Oh, you have to find it on YouTube and watch it. You know, any of you who've ever been stoned in your life will kind of know, no, I am not. The only thing I really, really want to do after I've gotten stoned is eat. I don't want to go out and maim or rape or kill or plunder or rob stores or do anything else. I just want to kind of sit here and eat. Thank you very much. I tried using it for pain, and it's like, wow. That shit still really hurts. You know, so it didn't do anything for the pain, but I really didn't care anymore. Now, what are you reacting to? Think about how if there's a place in you, because Linda's talking about marijuana and using marijuana, and she's in the church on a Sunday morning. Is that appropriate? Is that being profane?
Our bartender approves.
Drag queens. Oh my God, drag queens are gonna, you know. Drag queens have been around forever and ever and ever. In fact, all of Shakespeare was done in drag. I'm like, okay, all right. Unhoused people. Wow. What's wrong with them? What bad choices did they make? What's going on there? Do you see that a lot of what we are passing as not sacred, the culture is passing as not sacred, are judgments about the value of people and the things that they do? And the thing of it is, we need to explore our reactions. Why am I reacting this way to this? What is it in me that says, oh, that's not right? Did you realize that this, which means, you know, good job, yay, we love you, thanks, is literally this in the Middle East? And now how do you feel about the minister doing that from the pulpit on Sunday morning? And Astrid just walks in and goes, wow, what just happened here? So the thing of it is, if it's all coming out of the source energy of the divine, how can anything not be sacred? Now, it's probably inappropriate to yell when somebody is talking, or to do, you know, there's things that are just not done in you know, civil company, because it's rude, you know. But basically, much of what we have decided is quote unquote profane was something that was a cultural assimilation that was taught to us. And we have to learn that it's not all, I guess we've just got to step out of our comfort zones a little bit. Most of you who've been here for years know that I owned a bar for 12 years back in the 80s. And I smoked 3 packs of cigarettes a day, and I drank beer pretty heavily. And I survived. And in the midst of quitting smoking, I realized I was starving spiritually, and I found the center in Visalia, and I started studying, and I realized I was supposed to be a minister, and that's what I did. And everybody who says, oh my gosh, you were a bartender before you were a minister, that's a huge leap. And I'm like, no, anybody who's been in a neighborhood bar knows it's basically just a lateral transfer. We got a different kind of spirit, but what we have is a batch of people who are looking for community, who are trying to find ways. We sold cases of Pepsi products in addition to the beer, because people drank sodas there as well. They just came to be with one another because they wanted to be with one another. And actually, they were a lot easier to manage than you guys are, I gotta tell you. Because I could cut them off, you know? So they had to behave. But there is the sacred in everything. We birthed people and married people and buried people there. We had a family there. When I got divorced from my husband, a couple of the guys got together and took my piano and moved it into my upstairs apartment. 12 years later, when I moved to Petaluma, those same two guys who were much, much older then, 12 years, knowing it was upstairs, came and moved it down the stairs. Even though I was no longer at the bar at that time, they were no longer part of the community. But it was friendships that were formed. Life that was created in at the least mundane, at the most profane place. Because it wasn't sacred ground, for pity's sakes. How could it be? We have to step out of our comfort zones to see new options for our work in the world. When I first moved here, there was a lovely practitioner by the name of Pat Price. And she was your typical kind of little old lady in her little black dress and her white hair in a little bun on top, and she knitted. And her little glasses perched on the end of her nose. She looked so prim and proper. And when we were talking at a practitioner meeting one time, she said, you know, I really want to get some shirts printed up that say TSRW. And I said, TSRW? She goes, yeah, this shit really works. I found out in today's talk notes that the center in Dallas uses TSRW on all of their their ads and their stuff that they put out to the world. TSRW, this shit really works. We have to be able to find the joy and the humor in things. The Oklahoma City Center hosts an annual drag queen festival. There you go. And they have a party, and it's a huge fundraiser that they raise lots of money. And it's possible for all of us to find that there's something sacred in the things that don't feel sacred to us. That there is, when we are feeling open about things like that, we are inviting others to live out loud. When we make it okay for everybody to be part of the experience, of the community, our lives become richer. Right now, Jimmy Carter and his wife Rosalind are both in hospice at home, and they're getting very near the end. And somebody posted something the other day about the difference of something. He said, we're not really a melting pot, we're a mosaic, where everything gets to shine its own individual light. And I would like this community to become a mosaic. I would like this community to be open to everyone and everything. no matter what it looks like or sounds like. You know, not going to replace you guys, but maybe some Sunday we'd have a DJ up here. You know, we could do something different and explore what new sounds and new ways of being are possible when we're open to what we used to call profane. I don't know. I'm complete, I think. That's pretty much what I wanted to tell you and share with you today. I want to take a minute before we call the ushers up. I just got a note from Mary French, Mary Dower, Mary, quite the lovely, that our beloved Myra, who tiny little Hispanic woman who did gardening work here for years and then moved back to the south to be near her daughter, and then her daughter moved back to Oregon, so she moved back here, and she's been a few times. Mary has been kind enough to bring her. That she died peacefully in her sleep earlier this week. And Sandra's still living in Corvallis, but the thing I used in the meditation, everything is for us, there is nothing against us. Myra shared that with Mary. She said one time she was in deep meditation about all the things that were going on in her life and how she was trying to get where she wanted to be and wasn't there. And what came to her was everything here is for us and nothing is against us. And so let's just, whether you knew Myra or not, she was a 4'10" bundle of absolute energy and love, and she did raw food classes, and she was just an absolute force of nature, and beautiful soul. And so Godspeed, Myra, and let's know Godspeed every one of us, Godspeed everybody, because we're all in the middle of something right now. Everybody's got something going on right now. Can we all just love one another just a little bit extra, be a little more patient this week with everybody, because Thanksgiving's coming up and stress is coming up, and it's a lot for a lot of people. So if we can be the little light in the universe, if we can be the one who sees, oh, look, there goes God. Or as Reverend Liz says, another beloved godling. And let's bring up have the ushers come forth and the music and the. And we have the option to give in many different ways. We can give on Sunday morning. We can set up automatic payments through our banks. If you have a phone with you, you can scan with this and scan to donate. That'll take you to our donate page. Whether you're home or in person, we're going to be setting up so that there will be in the chat in the Facebook, there will be, starting in the next couple of weeks, there will be a link that people who are home can just click the link to do their giving. But whether you're giving something today or not, could you hand me my check, please, Dale? So I can hand it back to you. So I can demonstrate. Put your hand over your heart, and if you don't have it, you're not giving anything today, just put your hand over your heart, knowing that what you're giving is your love. I bless this gift. Knowing it is the circulation of divine good. It goes forth and multiplies. And comes back to me so that I can give more. And so it is.
Everything in this world goes around, flowing with abundance, it knows no bounds. Giving and receiving, we circulate the love with gratitude and knowing there's always enough. We give thanks, we give thanks, we give thanks with this offering. We give thanks, we give thanks, we give thanks for everything. We give thanks, we give thanks, we give thanks with this offering. We give thanks, we give thanks, we give thanks for everything.
Woo! And we give thanks because the band is doing another song, and it's let me tell you, it's hot.
All right. So this I wrote. It's a little like Motown meets Nashville on the way to a cowboy church. Wrong key.
It's like Floyd Kramer and Fats Domino had dueling pianos. You know? there's a lot and not as much as there was last week, because this week, I mean, on Saturday, we had the women's group, we had Death Cafe, and we had the drumming. We had 3 things in one day. Don't say we don't do stuff here, all right? Tuesdays at 10 in the 5th Street Food Market, men's coffee. I think last week, Leonard posted there were 8 guys there. That's awesome. And if you are a guy and you are not working on Tuesday, get your butt down to 5th Street Market and enjoy the conversation. Wednesday gathering. This week, I will be doing the Wednesday gathering. It is at 5:30 here in the main hall. And we will be having a Thanksgiving Eve gratitude service. And we'll be talking about all the things we're grateful for, as well as imagining what we might be grateful for next year. So, and I will have some hot apple cider, and anybody who wants to bring other snacks and whatever, we will have. The flute group is not practicing that night, so we can adjourn into the social hall, thank you, for snacks afterward. And then on Thanksgiving Day, Bree is going to be cooking the turkey. I'm going to be making the stuffing, my famous cornbread, crouton, sausage, walnut, worth the trip just for the stuffing. And you can arrive as early as 1 to bring your stuff and have appetizers. Dinner will be served around 2 o'clock. So, and if you are coming, and you at home too, bring a plate with you just to kind of help, so we're not trying to do all the dishes in the dishwasher. We have a few plates, but not, that many. And if you could help by bringing whatever dish you're bringing and the plate you're going to eat on, that would be awesome. Patricia Parrott is still doing the energy work through the end of December, or through December 25th, through Christmas Day. And she will work with you here, and you can either purchase a gift certificate from her, or schedule a visit for your own. And Patricia stands so everybody can see. Yeah, this is Patricia in the lovely burgundy outfit there.
That's incredibly profound work. I just had it done. It's beyond massage. It's a cleansing, releasing. I highly recommend that you take it in.
So there, listen to Jade. Okay, Book Boutique has all kinds of fun stuff in it. It's open after the Sunday gathering. Susan will be there. And Ellen Gabehart has her calendars for sale. So please check with her. Ellen, would you stand so people can see you? She'll have them in the foyer. So, and then you can click the link, or just come talk to me or Susan if you would like to be part of the sacred service. There's greeting, there's kitchen angels, there's all kinds of fun things you can do. You can work with Kevin in the yard, and anyway, good stuff. And thank you to Amara Milan for the artwork here in the sanctuary. And would Reverend Trish please, I think that's it. Yep, Reverend Trish, would you come up and introduce the practitioners, and then we'll do our closing song. Oh, and as Kevin said, this is Board Sunday, so if any of you really are dying to rock a board meeting, come on over in the social hall.
So, if you haven't attended a board meeting, you should do it and find out what really is going on behind the scenes. There's a lot that, when you see on Sunday, everything kind of runs smoothly, but there's a whole lot that goes on behind it that makes it that way. So I'm a practitioner, and today I just want to remind you that there are times when we get in our own way of trying to figure out the path to take. And when you talk to a practitioner, what happens is they see beyond all of the stories, all the words you've used, and remind you of who you truly are and were created to be and created out of. And that's your spiritualness. So when you need that help to stay focused or to get refocused, know that the practitioners are the ones to talk to. And you have the great gift that the practitioners give you is that on Sunday, they provide the services for you, either standing at one of the two windows over to this side or one over here. Usually Liz sits in a chair and does it, and myself as being the main practitioner today, I will be up here. We call it a 1-minute miracle because we just know already who you are. And like I said, we just keep reminding you when you kind of forget it yourself, those fog that's out there and those sunglasses that kind of dims you down. Well, we're going to brighten you up. So please take advantage of that offer that we give. And so I'd like to invite us all to stand for the practitioners and their interns. Please stand. Okay. Would you like to start, please? And Reverend Trish. So you've got enough of us to choose from. Take advantage of us. We'll let you. Okay. If everyone will just stand and join hands, we're going to sing our closing song, led by our song leaders.
It's alright. It's alright. It's alright. Have a good time. It's alright. Oh, it's alright. Now listen to the beat. Kind of pat your feet. You got soul, everybody knows it's alright. Oh, it's alright. When you wake up early in the morning, feeling kind of sad like so many of us do, just hum a little song, make life your goal, and surely something's got to you. 'Cause it's alright. Said it's alright. It's alright. Have a good time, 'cause it's alright. Whoa, it's alright.
We got jazzed up with the house band.
If you choose, please repeat after me. Thumbs up to the world.
Thumbs up to the world.